FM 96 Tube.
Sherrie, before we start, can I just fix your collar for you?
No, Dave, I popped it on purpose.
Oh, okay.
We can just leave that up there. Thank you.
Guys, if you're done adjusting yourselves, video number 3, it's Sarah Burke from the afternoon show, Sherrie.
From the Taz show. And we're here
Dave from East Park.
And Dave from East Park.
The pro.
Yeah.
The guy. The dude.
So, Dave, today you're going to teach us a little putting.
Absolutely. The most important club you have in your golf bag is the putter.
Sherry's is so pretty pink.
Absolutely. It's gorgeous, everything, you know. And we're going to learn how to get the ball in the hole today. Okay. So tonight with our putting lesson, what we're going to do is we're going to start off by describing the putting stroke itself, and then we're going to talk a little bit about how to aim the ball so we get it going in the right direction. So for the putting stroke, I have a couple of analogies that I like to use.
My favorite.
First of all, I like to think that my body is just like a grandfather clock. And if you think about that, a grandfather clock is a steady piece of furniture. It doesn't sway, there's no shifting of weight or anything like shoulders, head, the face of the clock doesn't move. All that moves on the grandfather clock is the pendulum inside the glass case. And that's all we want to move in your putting stroke. And if we zoom in on the idea of the pendulum swings back and through the exact same distance, and it swings back and through with the exact same pace. So the speed with which the putter moves back and through and the length with which it moves back and through should be equal. And the only thing that makes the ball go different distances is the different length of swing. If you want the ball to go farther, you just lengthen your swing and your follow through. Mm-hmm. And if you want it to go not as far, you just come back a little less and go through a little less. Okay? Now, also, when we make our putting stroke, I don't want to see any
Wrist
flipping.
action.
He looks at
no
me.
Flipping of the wrist.
Keep your wrists out of here.
There seems to be a little bit of a trend going there. So, anyway, no wrists when we putt. As I describe the stroke of the putter, I think it's just like petting my good dog Murphy.
Murphy.
Okay? Murphy, the 3-year-old golden retriever, is such a good dog. And I always think, good dog. And that's the way my putting stroke should feel. So I'm thinking like this. I'm going, good dog. Good
dog.
And that just gives you a nice, smooth putting stroke, okay? Because we don't want to hit the ball. We want to have a nice, smooth putting stroke.
Burke, I can't hear you saying it over there. A little louder, please.
Good
dog.
Okay. You want to make sure that your feet are shoulder width apart, your knees are bent, and you bend over from the waist, and you get your hands underneath your body, and you're just rocking your shoulders back and forth like this, making that nice pendulum stroke.
Grandfather clock, here we come. Okay, Burke, let's make a bet right now.
Uh-huh.
First one to sink a putt.
Schooner at McCabe's?
Schooner at McCabe's.
Done. All right.
Crack that wallet open. Get ready, Burke.
You go first.
Okay.
Oh, okay, very good. Try.
Oh, so right.
Okay, that's it. Okay, better distance control.
Oh! No!
Okay.
And now Sherrie has weak balls.
Oh, yes! Yes!
That's a bet.
That's it! I'm out of here.
Okay, so we worked on our putting stroke. Again, we got that pendulum action with the grandfather clock, and we were developing a nice smooth putting stroke, just like petting a good dog.
Yeah.
Now we have one more piece that we have to fit in, and that is aiming the golf ball, so we're going to get the ball to go in the proper direction. Okay?
Yeah,
Yep.
we both had a little trouble with that.
Yeah.
A little bet there.
Yeah, we were off
Little
just
rattled right now.
But that's okay. We hadn't got to that part of the lesson yet.
Whew.
So here we go. So when our ball is on the green, the rules of golf tell us that we can actually touch our ball. We can pick it up. And that's a very distinct advantage for us. But the rules of golf also tell us that we have to put the ball back in exactly the same spot that it was. So we have to have a coin or a ball marker in our pocket. And we would just put that coin in behind the ball like this, so that I know where to put it back down when I'm done. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to just stand back behind the mark here, and then just sort of, we call it read the green. We want to kind of get a feel for which way the ball is going to curve. And on this particular putt here, I think the ball is going to curve about 8 inches to the right. And you know what? There's no real science to that. I just use my imagination. I look at it and I look at the slope of the green, and I think it's just going to go a little bit to the right. So now, I'm not going to aim at the hole. I'm going to pick a spot just to the left of the hole, because the ball's going to curve to the right. And when I put my golf ball down, I'm actually going to point it at that spot that's just a little bit to the left of the hole. And there's 2 ways you can do it. One of the ways is you can take the name on the ball like this. You see how I've got it pointed?
Yeah.
And when I put the ball back down, I put it down like this, so that if the ball started rolling in the direction that the name is pointing, it's going to roll to that spot just a little bit to the left. If you watch the pros on TV, they all have lines on their golf ball, much like a range ball, but they have a line on their golf ball. And it's called an aiming line. And what they do is they put their golf ball down like this. So now that that ball is pointed up toward that side of the hole, when I put my putter down, you see how the face of the putter lines up with the name on the ball there? Or with this one, how the line continues onto the line on my putter.
Yeah. Right.
Okay? So if I'm off like that and I putt it that, I'm going to miss. Mm-hmm. So all this does is it just helps you put your putter down, and then you can also line yourself up so that you've got that parallel line off your feet to the ball. And then you just come, and then what you can do, you just envision that that's the direction you want the ball to go in, knowing that it's going to break off to the right as you go.
Perfect.
And you can pick either this way, if that fits your eye better, or this way, either one. It's just whatever you feel most comfortable with.
So here's a wrap on lesson number 3, which got a little heated between Sherrie and I.
A little bit. That's okay.
But you're looking good. You're looking good. And I think with Dave's tips, you're going to be getting that in more often.
That's right, Burke. And it ain't over till it's over.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. See you at McCabe's tomorrow. Okay, what did we learn today?
So today, what we did is we learned that Sherrie's buying. But the other thing we learned is that we had to develop a good putting stroke, and we had a couple of analogies there. We had the grandfather clock, which described our body and the pendulum action of our stroke. And we had to have a nice smooth putting stroke as well. And I always think that's like petting a good dog. Good dog. Okay? And then the other thing we had to do is we had to make sure we putted the ball in the right direction. So to help us with that, when we put our ball down on the green, we were aiming our ball, and that would help you put your putter down behind the ball so that you're going to make the stroke and hit the ball in the proper
stroke
direction.
And aim.
Absolutely.
So the 2 things, listeners, if you want free golf at East Park.
Stroke and aim. There you go. There you go.
Yes.
Right in the middle.
Do you want to hug?
Yes. Is that running?
It was.
Yes! Oh my gosh! Oh, give me a hug. Hug me, Dave. Hug me, Bert. I didn't mean what I said before.
No, that was great.
I didn't mean that.
Good on you, girl. Good on you.
I'll still owe you that beer tomorrow.
It's okay.
All right.
You've been watching FM 96.2, streaming live at FM96.com. London's best rock, FM 96.